Happy Sunday evening, April 16th, and welcome to Ethereum News, where we cover all things Ethereum. So first off, I want to thank Chris for telling me to go out and get a mic. I will go buy a mic this week. I heard the sound is a little bit off and a little bit faint, so I'll work on getting a mic to create a better experience for everybody listening and watching in. Second, some of my friends have forwarded my YouTube post to their friends, and they have asked me to give a little bit about my background. So after college, I joined the military. I was a military officer working in IT and technology for 7 years. After I separated from the military, I went to University of Texas and got my MBA at UT. So UT Austin, hook 'em horns. And then the last 9 years, I've been working in the financial services sector for Fortune 500 companies over the last 9 years. So I think I bring a diverse perspective of how blockchain technology can help enhance and transform not only the government sector, but also the private sector as well. I'm very passionate about disruptive technologies. That's something I've been following for probably over 20 years. It's been a passion of mine. I've been following Bitcoin since 2013, and then I've been following blockchain and specifically Ethereum since 2015, and also investing in cryptocurrencies over the last year as well. So before I begin, though, I just want to say that everything I say today represents my views only and do not represent the views of any organizations that I belong to. Also, I am not a financial advisor, so anything I share, I ask you guys to do your own due diligence. I'm only sharing the information and research that I've done. So again, the purpose of this YouTube is really all things Ethereum, and to really educate my family and friends on the observation and research that I'm doing around blockchain in order to make data-driven predictions about where Ethereum is going. So that way I can stay one step ahead and I can share my opinions from the data that I'm collecting with you as well, so you can understand, or we can make predictions about where Ethereum is going to be moving forward to. So let's go ahead and get started. This one's not going to be a sexy YouTube post. I'm telling you, we're talking regulation. That's kind of the key topic here, but I think it's also important that we understand how government regulations could potentially impact blockchain technology and Ethereum most specifically. So let's go ahead and begin. Most recently, Japan has legalized Bitcoin as an official form of payment. So Japan, according to, what article was that? Bitcoin.com, and I'll share all my references on the site in the comment sections as well. But Japan's government has recognized Bitcoin as a method of payment, but at the same time, it will impose regulation on Bitcoin exchange service providers. So really, that's a huge story, right? Because as Bitcoin continues to open up doors, it's going to make it easier for other cryptos like Ethereum to follow suit faster, and they won't have to go through the same amount of hurdles. It'll be much easier for the other players to follow suit. So thank you, Bitcoin. Second, Switzerland. The Swiss town of Zug has decided to continue accepting Bitcoin payment for municipality services following a pilot that launched in July of 2016. They consider the pilot successful and a very positive experience. A little bit less Bitcoin was used than predicted, but overall it was worth it. And now the city of Zug is also exploring additional electronic payment platforms as well. So really progressive municipality there, looking at how digital currency, they can embrace that in their municipality. This is a big one. Russia, if we think about it, just a couple years ago, Russia talked about how people could go to jail or be heavily fined for the use of cryptocurrency or even the development of cryptocurrency. But most recently, the deputy governor of the Bank of Russia, Olga, I'm not going to pronounce her last name, but it's a little bit long, said in February that authorities will decide if this digital currency can be considered as an asset, cash, or a currency. So they've really changed their tone from going to jail or heavily fined to now they're considering it, and they'll decide in July if digital currency can be considered an asset, cash, or a currency. Also, Ukraine. The National Bank of Ukraine has approved and presented roadmaps for a cashless economy, which will use blockchain technology. The Ukraine government has a goal, and their goal is very clear, to make Ukraine one of the world's leading blockchain agencies. They also want to use blockchain for real estate ownership on their ledgers, government voting, and their banking. The country of Georgia plans to develop blockchain land registry, spearheaded by National Agency of Public Registry. They want to show that Georgia is corruption-free and is a modern and transparent government. Sweden, they plan on using blockchain for real estate transactions as well, piloting and implementing that. And the UAE, has come out and stated that by the year 2020, that they plan to have all government transactions conducted over blockchain technology. I know they've been working closely with, they've had some hackathons, they've worked closely with IBM's Hyperledger blockchain, but also exploring opportunities on Ethereum as well. So, gosh, I mean, that just goes to talk about the difference of all these organizations or all these countries that are exploring and implementing blockchain technology, and some of them Ethereum as well. So from a global perspective, blockchain's here, right? It's happening. It's already happening. I know the World Economic Forum's come out and said that 4 out of 5 banks will be piloting or implementing blockchain solutions in 2017. So, I mean, it's here, right? Blockchain's here. Ethereum is here. It's only going to continue to grow as well. So let's focus a little bit more domestically, right? So we know the SEC. I'll actually do my favorite one, Arizona. So Arizona Governor Doug Ducey signs blockchain bill into law. The state Senate bill seeking to enshrine signature records on a blockchain and smart contracts Ethereum, self-executing piece of code under state law. So a signature that is secured through blockchain technology is considered to be in electronic form and to be an electronic signature. So really, that's Ethereum. That's a smart contract. That's signing into law and legitimizing Ethereum's network. I expect other states, California and other states, to follow suit as in soon time on the embracement of blockchain technology. Also want to cover the SEC and the Fed, right? So from a federal standpoint, what's their views on blockchain technology? I know the SEC, for many years now, they've been studying cryptocurrencies and blockchain technologies, as their job is really protect investors from dangerous and illegal practices, right? So they've created a digital currency working group. They've also created a distributed ledger technology working group. And both these groups are really coming from a place of positive intent and curiosity from what they've been publicizing. And they say that they're in the information gathering stage. Previously, the SEC chair, Mary Jo White, stated that they are carefully evaluating when and how blockchain technology will be onboarded within the securities market. So, I mean, when I read that, it sounds like they are really working closely with industry in order to see how they can help support a lot of financial institutions with embracing blockchain, so that way they can just ensure that it's going to be done in a way that they can help protect the wider adoption of some of these technologies for consumers. So that's a huge news story. And then the Fed, right? The Fed. So we all know the Fed was created by Congress, to help protect our financial systems. So let me read a couple quotes here. As part of the Fed's objective to foster safety and efficiency of payment systems, promote financial stability, the Fed has a public policy to understand and monitor the development and innovation that could affect the structural design and of the financial markets, right? So the Federal Reserve woman, well, we all know Janet Yellen. She's probably on TV all the time. remarked, and we all follow the interest rate, so Janet owns that, remarked that testimony before the House of Representatives Financial Services Committee, she stated that blockchain technology could have a significant implication for the payment systems, and the Fed wants to foster innovation. Even the Fed, Janet sounds like she's very open to blockchain technology and new innovations. I don't think the Fed and the SEC are in the business of picking technology winners and losers, as opposed to just making sure that the processes are in place to help protect the financial systems and consumers. The Fed also stated that, pointing out that there is room for improvement in the domestic payment systems. In their process of exploration, they have found that the database technology that we are currently using is out of date and could be improved, and the Fed Reserve will act as a leader, a catalyst, and commit to resources to supporting these initiatives to significantly improve the payment system. I mean, that's a statement of support, right? That's the statement of they are looking for alternative ways to enhance the current financial systems, and blockchain technology seems like to be one of those avenues. So really, guys, what I want you to walk away with is the change in blockchain. The change is happening. Blockchain is being accepted across the globe, and our current regulatory bodies like the SEC and the Fed are coming from curious and exploring how we can, at least what I'm reading, embrace technologies. And they're not looking to pick technology winners and losers so much as just protect consumers and ensure our financial systems are stable. I don't think we have any reason to really fear regulation, and that's about it. I told you it won't be sexy. Regulation's never sexy. I don't find it sexy, but I think it's something we have to cover, just so we understand how our government bodies are going to regulate or even view these cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. So I would ask, guys, if there's additional topics you want me to research within Ethereum, please write those in the comments sections below, and I'll go ahead and start outlining over the next few weeks what I'll be blogging about to help answer any questions that you have. If you have any questions, feel free to write in the comments. I'll write back to you as well. I've also told that if you hit subscribe, I don't know where that is, but if you hit subscribe, I guess you could find my post a little bit quicker as well. Hit subscribe if you're going to continue to follow me as well. So anyways, hopefully everyone had a wonderful Sunday. I know we hit the ground on Monday tomorrow, so have a wonderful evening, and we'll continue talking everything Ethereum. Talk to you guys later. Bye.